What's up, Lapeer? Long day, but there were a couple of things from the meeting that I still want to get to from January 5th. And one of them was all the discussion about um, the meeting minutes. So Commissioner Petrie makes a motion not to approve the meeting minutes because I think there's a lot of dialogue in there, perhaps. I might see if I can try to like FOIA that or get a copy of that because I'm curious now to read them. I think I'll do that. So, anyway, she doesn't want them approved. And that's fine. Her motion gets seconded by Commissioner Glissman, which is important. And then Mayor Hing sort of prompts Commissioner Petrie to explain her rationale for making the motion. It feels unusual. It feels unusual because there's always an opportunity for discussion among the commissioners when a motion is made, but it just felt unusual. It did feel like he sort of encouraged her to explain when that isn't necessarily always the case, and that may not be accurate, but um, it struck me. And Commissioner Petrie uses the words she didn't appreciate elements of the meeting minutes. So she wants the last two meetings, I believe, like paused. Don't Let's not approve those because there's things she doesn't think should be on the record. And Commissioner Glissman, Mayor Hing, as has been the case, are in lockstep on this. And City Manager Mike Womack kind of defends to an extent the meeting minutes, although he says, look, we'll do whatever you guys want going forward, but it seems like we need a little bit of clarity on whether or not certain dialogue should be added. So Commissioner Brady interjects to say that he doesn't think it's appropriate for the mayor to give certain directives to the clerk, which is Ms. Sanchez. And the mayor he objects to the word appropriate. Uh, he interrupts Commissioner Brady, and I did this live stream the other night, and I said Commissioner Brady's, he kind of makes sort of a rude comment, and you'll see it here in a second where he says, "Well, get your big book and cite your authority for why I can't use the word appropriate." But I understand largely why Commissioner Brady is frustrated in that moment, because I don't think if you're telling somebody that what they are doing is not appropriate, what the mayor is saying is that you are attacking my motives and character, I believe is how he puts it. I don't think that's the case. I think if somebody were to do something to me or somebody I cared about that was inappropriate, and I said, "Hey, that's inappropriate," I think that's an appropriate way to address it. I did. Commissioner Brady doesn't say, "Where do you get off directing the city clerk to do this or that?" He simply says, "I don't think it's appropriate for you to do that." So for the mayor to step in there, I don't think is appropriate. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's the whole point of this, because this is where the meeting goes off the rails. And we're talking about the January 5th, I believe, meeting. They've all gone off the rails at some point. This is when it happens in this particular meeting. And again, I think they're all doing their best to do what they believe is right for the city of Lapeer. Honestly, I do. But I want you to watch this. It's maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, and tell me what you think. Commissioner Brady using the word appropriate in that moment, was that an attack on the mayor's motives or character or an attack of any sort? Was he out of line for using that word appropriate? You tell me in the comments. I honestly want to hear what you think.
All right. So bringing us to J2A, minutes of regular meeting held December 1st, 2025. Commissioner Petrie.
I actually would like to make a motion to postpone the approval of December 1st and December 15th meeting to the next regularly scheduled meeting with direction to city clerk to revise the minutes to reflect actions only consistent with Robert Rules 48 in the 12th edition. Also consistent with our City Commission Rules and Procedures, Section A.10, subsection F. By removing narrative, summaries, commentary, and discussion not expressly required by rule.
Second.
All right.
Do you have that written down?
Can I see that?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
Legibly.
All right. All right, we have a motion on the table, moved by Commissioner Petrie, supported by Commissioner Glissman, to postpone approval of the minutes of December 1st, December 15th meeting to the next regular meeting with direction to the city clerk to revise the minutes to reflect actions only consistent with Section A10F of the City Commission Rules and Procedures and Robert's Rules of Order, 12th edition, Section 48, removing narrative, summaries, commentary, and discussion not expressly required by rule. Please pass that to the clerk. Discussion.
Mr. Womack first. I would defer to Mr. Womack unless...
Before I go to either of you two, I see both of you have your hands up. Do you have anything to state? You're the mover. You're the maker.
I just felt that it was different than our past minutes, and I felt that some of the inclusions weren't necessary, and I just want facts and how our meeting went. I was there for 5.5 hours, and if anybody wants to watch it to see how it happened or why it happened, they can. It's on video. I just feel like let's stick with the business.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't appreciate the narratives.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Petrie. Ms. Womack, you had your hand up?
Yes, thank you. I'll just point out, first of all, that the clerk and the deputy clerk spent quite a bit of time trying to put those minutes together. It was obviously an unprecedented meeting, and they did their absolute best. I mean, I wasn't prepared for the last meeting, as you guys know, because they were spending so much time putting it together. So I just want to acknowledge that whether the commission now wants to say, well, we don't want the narratives, et cetera, I think that needs to be appreciated. But I also do want to point out that this body, including you, Mr. Mayor, have specifically indicated to the clerk on several occasions now, wanted to state in the minutes that, for instance, I believe at the last meeting, Mr. Brady, you were called out of order twice, and that was directed by the mayor to the clerk to be included in the minutes. So I'm not taking a position one way or the other about whether it's right or not, whether Ms. Petrie's citation is correct or not, and whether that's the rule we want to follow. But I do think we need to be consistent if that's what we're going to do, because the clerk needs direction about what this body expects to be in the minutes.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Womack. Mr. Brady.
Yeah, I would also just echo with that I don't think it's entirely appropriate for the mayor to have directed the clerk to write down this or that, whatever his personal opinions were, just only the actions taken by the body. There are some things that I would want to also make sure are retained, though. Directives from the chair should be retained, whether they were appropriate or inappropriate. I was censured by the chair, which really wasn't an appropriate action.
Mr. Point of order. I'm just going to stop you there, because what you're doing is passing judgment of appropriateness and inappropriateness, which you shouldn't be doing. Okay.
I'm pretty sure this is my chance to talk to the commission. And I don't know why you're interrupting me to do that.
It is your chance to talk to the commission. Do it within the confines of the rules and procedures.
What rule and procedure? Get your big book out, tell me what the big rule is.
I'd have to take some time to look it up, but I know that we're not supposed to be attacking each other's character and motives.
Please,
When you state that something is inappropriate several times, you're attacking character and motive. All right?
appropriateness
Mr. Francis?
is about the rules.
All right, I'm not having a back and forth dialogue with you.
Apparently you
I called
are.
a point of order on your conduct, okay?
Okay.
So you're not going to continue to
I
argue
appeal
with
the
me.
ruling of the chair.
All right, then we'll appeal.